Our rates reflect your circumstances, and our typical APR is just 11.9%.
I've just got us a great deal on a loan.
For an unsecured personal loan of £800 to £15,000, just call Lombard Direct now on 0800 2 15,000.
House Poultry presents the amazing Vaporetto. It cleans and sanitizes any household surface without detergents.
It's steam.
Using only the power of dry steam.
It's clean.
It's steam.
It's clean.
Vaporetto effortlessly tackles carpets, even killing dust mites. And as for windows, it's steam.
It's clean.
For more on the amazing Vaporetto, call 0800 328 4848.
In the arid deserts of China, strange mummies are being discovered which question the region's history.
They had red hair, bluish green eyes, and long noses.
Wearing Celtic fabric and using European script, who were these enigmatic people? Mystery of the Mummies continues with the Mummies of Taklamakan, Monday at 8 on 4.
And as if by magic on 4 with a puff of smoke, Collector's Lot.
Hello and welcome to the show. Today on Collector's Lot we have a veritable feast of fantastic collections for your delectation. For this, ladies and gentlemen, is no ordinary programme. It's a special magic edition full of illusion and mystery. Prepare to be astonished and amazed. Topping the bill, that master of modern illusion, Paul Daniels, reveals to us the art of collecting with his amazing magical posters. We'll be seeing a simply wizard collection with a lover of 70s glam rock and meeting a little girl who's hopping mad about rabbits. Now, they say that the door to magic is closed but not locked, so I'm going to put it to the test and send Dermot Gavin on a mission to discover the secrets of the magic circle. Let's hope it doesn't spell trouble.
This is your mission, should you choose to accept it. You are to find out the secrets of the magic circle. These are hidden in the inner sanctum, which is behind a closed door. This message will self-destruct in 5 minutes.
Mission accomplished.
You know you're not allowed in there, Dermot.
Damn, I'm caught. I really wanted to get into the inner sanctum. What's that all about?
Well, it's full of our little secrets.
So who is allowed to go into the inner sanctum?
Well, magicians. And magicians who are a member of the Magic Circle. And to be a member of the Magic Circle, you have to be nominated by 2 people and then pass an exam to show that you're quite good enough to be a member. And if you ever let out any secrets, well, you get thrown out of the Magic Circle. And I'm very pleased to say that magicians are very good at keeping secrets. We've only ever had to throw out 1 or 2 people since 1905.
And I believe you have a collection of magic paraphernalia here.
Oh, we've got a wonderful collection of magic paraphernalia, and some of it's on display in the Devant Room, which is one of the public access areas. So would you like to come down and have a look at that?
Super. Now, Derek Spade, you're the curator here of all this magical ephemera, really, and I believe this is one of your favourite pieces. And what is it? It's a fan.
It's a fan. It's a fan, and it's a very unusual fan. and we believe there are only two in existence, and we're very fortunate to have one of them. It was a fan produced for Robert Houdin. Not only was he a very clever magician, he was also a very intelligent businessman, because on the back of the fan, he very cleverly printed a copy of his program for the evening.
Oh, wonderful.
Uh-huh.
So the ladies could read what was up next.
What was coming next, exactly, whilst keeping themselves cool.
Well, most magicians start off with a box of tricks. What sort of tricks would be in there?
Well, of course, you've got to capture the imagination of the child, and so there's a variety. But the thing I think that most of us remember is the cup and ball. That collection is early Victorian. They are made from boxwood. They are craftsman produced, exquisite in their fineness and precision.
But the other thing, there's some silverware there with a very royal connection.
Well, you're right, yes. The silver there was owned by John Anderson, and Anderson was called the Wizard of the North. And he decided that if he couldn't impress people with his magic, he would impress them with the quality of his props. And so he had all his props made of silver. I say silver with inverted commas. That collection of silver was used when John Anderson performed for Queen Victoria at a Royal Command performance in Balmoral. So it's a very special set.
You bet, it's gorgeous. Well, now that I've gained so much information about magic, do you think I could join the Magic Circle?
Did you do any magic?
No, but I'm willing to try.
Willing to learn? Well, of course, one way is to assist a very competent magician.
Well, when I said I'd be an assistant, I didn't think it would be this painful.
Well, Dermot, you said you wanted to be in the Magic Circle. Now you're really in it.
Fay! Fay, I was only joking, Fay! Fay!
That'll teach you to poke his nose where it's not wanted. Now, the art of all illusion is to keep the audience guessing, and if Martin Kinch's collection leaves you wondering where all the magic's gone, then maybe this will give you a clue. It's Wizard! Roy Wood and Wizard on Top of the Pops. What was it about the look of them back then that really captured your imagination?
It must have been the shock aspect, I think, you know, because Wizard were on Top of the Pops nearly every week back in the early 70s, and whenever they appeared on the programme, you could hear all the mums and dads up the street, you know, going, oh my God, what is that, you know?
Now, I know you're a great radio fan. Of course, Roy Wood, when he was with The Move, was responsible for making a bit of radio history, wasn't he?
He certainly was. He wrote the first record ever to be played on Radio 1. And I remember lying in bed waiting for this new station to open. And Tony Blackburn came on and introduced the first record. And I remember thinking, you know, never mind Radio 1, I want more of this band. And,
you wanted to hear more of Flowers in the Rain.
Yeah,
that was the one, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there's a copy of it there.
While we're on the subject of pop trivia, Roy Wood has a number of claims to fame, doesn't he, when it comes to chart successes?
He certainly does. I mean, he carried on with The Move until 1972, when he then formed ELO. He was only with them for a few months, and he then formed Wizard. And in that particular year, he had 3 hits with 3 different bands, which I think is quite amazing, really.
You've met him on a number of different occasions. You actually bowled up at his house once, didn't you?
That was the first time. I wouldn't have the nerve to do it now, but I remember going back in like 1978, 79, knocking on his door with a few friends, and it worked out well. We got invited in, had a cup of tea, went into his recording studio, and I did an interview with him for the radio station where I work at Stoke Mandeville, and he gave me this signed picture, which hangs up in my bedroom wall.
Got a few other autographs around the place too. What do they relate to?
Well, yeah, I've got to know all the members of all the bands that Roy's been in. I'm quite proud of these postcards down here of The Move.
Lots of autographs there. And these record sleeves here, signed?
Yeah, these are test pressings, which are quite unusual. That's the very first Wizard single called Ballpark Incident.
You've got a number of See My Baby Jive that we just heard their singles. How
Yeah.
many have you got altogether?
There's 17 different versions there altogether from different countries with different sleeves. And,
Why do you need 17 different versions?
Well, why not? That's what collecting's all about, you know?
I guess so, and all the sleeves are slightly different too.
There's something slightly different about every one of those, yeah.
He is such an all-round talent, isn't he? I mean, he's quite a good artist as well, because he's done his own record sleeves on occasion.
He does, yeah. He's released solo albums, and there's a couple there, that's Mustard and Boulders there. Not only did he play all the instruments and write all the songs, but he also designed his own album sleeves as well.
Is this his jacket here?
No, that belonged to the bass player from Wizard, a guy called Rick Price, who I got to know several years ago. And I went to meet him once, and he said, I've got a bit of a present for you. Handed me this, all wrapped up with a little letter of authenticity.
Great.
That's the right word.
Yeah, and you've actually got a shot of him wearing it before he parted with it.
That's a Wizard album, and that's Rick wearing the jacket there, and he's written Gone to a Good Home on that. So.
Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? Roy Wood's courted his fair share of controversy over the years, hasn't he? There's a photocopy of a postcard there that was sent, I think, to 10 Downing Street, wasn't it?
Yeah, it all started off back with Flowers in the Rain again. Being the first record to be played on Radio 1 gave it enough publicity as it was, but soon after that, the management sent a copy of this postcard to 10 Downing Street. It's got like a cartoon of Harold Wilson on it. We won't go into too much detail of what he's doing, but Wilson took the band to court, and Roy lost all the royalties for that single, and he still doesn't get a penny from that 30 years later. And the great train robbers didn't get that long, did they?
Very expensive little joke, wasn't it? Is this his pair of glasses?
They are Roy's glasses, yes. I appeared with him on Don't Forget Your Toothbrush with Chris Evans, and it was the superfan quiz, where the fan and the artist had to answer questions on the artist's career. And I won the quiz, and Roy had to give me a pair of his glasses. So,
very good.
They are.
This looks like a backstage pass. Have you got these through your friendship with Roy Wood?
Yeah, and the management, yeah. And so I don't have to pay to get into the gigs now, which is quite nice. And we go to the parties afterwards. Even went for a curry with Roy last year after one of the gigs, you know.
Well, he must see it as a great compliment that you've got this whole collection dedicated just to him. It's brilliant. Martin, thanks ever so much for bringing it all in to show us.
That's a pleasure, thank you.
Thanks. As we all know, the collecting habit can cast a spell and work its power over all of us, and magicians are no exception, as Lorne Spicer found out when Paul Daniels revealed not a lot, but just a little bit about his own collecting habit.
Well, Paul, I understand that you collect anything and everything to do with magic, and this proves the point, doesn't it? How many posters? They're amazing.
Well, this is a very, 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 very tiny part. I've got about 3,500 to 4,000 posters, and they are all in condition, good condition like this, because they've all had the acid taken out of them, because paper rots. But the range of art is extraordinary. I have odd posters from Spain. There's a Russian poster over there, Kyo. But mostly, yes, mostly they're British, and not just professional. I collect amateur posters as well. And once you're a collector, you start to look at things in a wider context. I am a magical historian as well as a collector. Yeah. I know all about Nicola. This is one of his stock posters, where in there he'd print, you know, he's doing Middlesbrough Empire this week. This is my favourite man of them all, Chung Ming Soo, who died on the stage at Wood Green Empire because of an accident doing the catching the bullet trick. But they've come out quite well.
Oh, that's stunning, isn't it?
Now, this is what I mean about the art of the poster printer designer. This was his wife, Sui Seen, you know, and that now I'm just going to go past them. That's very artistic. This one, if you're up close to it, you cannot see the man at all. But when you're the other side of the street, you do.
It's almost like a magic eye poster, isn't it?
Yes, it's like that, except it's drawn on a bead curtain because of his Chinese connection. And the interesting thing there is he was not Chinese. He was an American called Billy Robinson.
Was this commonplace then for somebody to sort of effectively pass themselves off as being Chinese when they quite clearly weren't?
Yeah, a lot of people did. My favourite name of an actor did that was Fooling You. You know, Fooling You, you know, there you go. But this, you could hang this on your wall now, especially in our lounge, it's beige. but it's such a beautiful poster, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing. And of all the posters, I mean, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
This chap had about 83, I think, and I've got about 70 odd of them. But this is my favourite poster of all the posters, if I only have to keep one, because it's the wording of it, which is a gift from the gods to mortals on earth to amuse and mystify. Chung Ming Su. The wording is poetic. It's just a wonderful poster. This hand coming out with the man on, you know. This lady is Vonetta. All these characters down here is because not only did she do a magic show, all right, she did a quick change show where she became all these characters. She would walk behind a panel, and come out the other side instantly as somebody else, and it was a very popular form of entertainment.
What are you going to do with it all? I have to ask.
What am I going to do with them all? I think the time is coming when I've enjoyed their presence, and I think now it's time for other people to enjoy them.
Well, thanks ever such a lot for sharing them all with us. They're just fantastic.
Yes, well, you must come and see the warehouse sometime. Not this week.
That's magic, Paul. We'll certainly take you up on that offer. I'm going to vanish now, but not for long, so don't go away. Coming up in part 2, a visit to a shop that's been supplying magicians with tricks of the trade for more than 100 years. And I'll be meeting a little girl whose collection of rabbits is forever multiplying. See you in part 2.
The sensational new album from James Last and his orchestra, Country Roads. 16 country classics, including some of today's biggest country hits. In the unmistakable style of James Last and his orchestra. Country Roads from James Last. Available at Woolworths now.
Using spades and forks can be back-breaking. The garden claw virtually eliminates bending and lifting. Turn the handle, and the steel prongs corkscrew into all soils, even my heavy clay. Cultivating and weeding can be done faster with little effort. Also available, the Garden Claw Gold. The height's adjustable for the taller or shorter gardener. And there's the Mini Claw, perfect for tubs and container gardens. Look for the blue and yellow box. The Garden Claw is available at Robert Dias, Country Gardens, Home Base and Wyvale.
Next. Next. They're not right together. No, nor are they. Next. 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 What we need is a combination of...
For a tasty partnership, try Fruitful. Succulent tropical fruits and nuts with lightly sweetened mini shredded wheat. A fruitful partnership for a terrific taste.
Now that's the perfect partnership.
What?
Mini shredded wheats and fruit.
Fruitful from shredded wheat. Perfect partners, terrific taste.
This weekend, the Sunday Telegraph brings you the expert's guide to creating a garden. It's bursting with practical advice, including extracts from the new book by the world's best-selling garden writer, Dr. David Hessian. The garden supplement starting this weekend in the Sunday Telegraph. Issue 1 comes with free Shirley poppy seeds. It's everything you need to create the perfect garden.
Welcome back to this special magic edition of Collector's Lot. Wizards and magicians have been weaving their sorcery since the days of King Arthur and his trusted Merlin, but the real heyday of the magic show came in the 1800s, which is when the legendary Lewis Davenport started his collection. Jethro Miles enjoyed an afternoon's entertainment courtesy of Lewis's great-grandson Roy, but what a bunch of dummies the audience were. Watch this.
Ta-da! Magicians have been performing tricks and illusions like this one for thousands of years. Davenports in London have a collection that is larger than most, but one which has a unique family connection. Well, my great-grandfather, Lewis Davenport, started it all off back in 1898. He was a professional magician, and he set up a mail-order business in the East End of London. And he set up a magic shop just a year later, and then eventually moved to the Holborn area, where we've been in the West End now since then. Yeah.
So the collection that's been built up, though, it isn't just the items that he used in his own act?
Oh no, what has happened is over the years is as well as the tricks that we've sold that we keep a sample of, we've bought tricks from other dealers, bought tricks from magicians who've thought of ideas, you see. Magicians all think of their own ideas, and then we buy their own individual tricks, then we can copy it, improve it, and then sell it to our customers, you see. There's a lot to collect in the magic world. There's magic posters, books from hundreds of years ago. We've got a book from 1584.
What have you got that relates to Houdini?
Oh, all sorts. We have a contract for a book that he released in this country. We have letters. We have a pair of handcuffs found with a copy of a book that Houdini gave to Golston. And we have books that were from the Houdini library.
Even more certainty, I suppose, can be put on the items of Tommy Cooper?
Yes. We have an Irishman's bowling ball, which is a cube, and various tricks that he bought from us. There's a candle through armour trick, where you put the tube on your arm, and your candle goes right through the arm.
Now, I know you're a magician, and a visit here wouldn't be complete. Perhaps I could persuade you to entertain me for a few minutes.
Oh, no problem at all. I can do that with no problem at all.
Well, that was absolutely excellent, Roy. Was that a very old trick?
Yes, about 100 years old, I think. My great-grandfather actually used to do the same trick in his act with those thimbles, and the thimbles, those thimbles particularly, were sold by Davenports for general magicians.
Tell me about some of the items on the table.
This is a pan owned by the Changling Su.
And this was one of his actual tricks?
This is one of his actual... He owned this prop, and it was built in his workshops in London. The trick itself, you have the pan, and then you can you take the cover, and you place the cover on the pan, and you say hocus pocus, abracadabra. There would have been maybe ladies going around with great Chinese costumes, you can imagine it. And then hocus pocus, and sure enough, there we go, handkerchiefs pour out of the pan like so.
Now, I think I recognise the tricks that are left on the table. Now, they're the ball and cup, aren't they?
A lot of them were made in Germany before the war, and that you can't get them like this anymore, really, because this is a bit different from the one we sell nowadays. This is what you take the ball out, and you can place it into your pocket, like so. And then you take the top, and that just sits nice, and you can see the how beautifully it's turned, all hand-turned on a lathe. But just by waving my hand, the magic of the craftsman comes through, because there, the ball is back, and there's nothing here, and look at the ball itself. The ball itself can be taken right out, or was it just our imagination?
Talk about a captive audience, but the thing is they can't clap. If you've got a bewitching collection, I'd love to hear from you. The address, as usual, is Collector's Lot, P.O. Box 17, Plimpton, Devon, PL75YG. No self-respecting magic show would be complete without a collection of rabbits, and my next guest certainly has plenty of those. Meet Amy Pope and her amazing bunnies. Welcome to the show, Amy. I don't suppose you have any bunnies that do any tricks, do you?
No, but I have this one. It's a puppet.
Oh, he's sweet, isn't he? However many rabbits do you have altogether?
About 175.
And do you keep all of these in your bedroom at home?
Well, I keep the cuddly ones in my bedroom on shelves and some on my bed. But I keep the ornaments in a glass cabinet downstairs.
I love your bunny slippers, by the way. They are brilliant. They're a new addition to the collection.
Yeah.
What was the beginning of the collection?
I had a new pinky bunny when I was born. It was a pink one. And I had it when I was born.
And is Pinky somewhere among all of these?
No, fortunately.
Why? What happened to Pinky?
Well, I left her on a bus on the way to France.
Oh, no. So is that why you've now got all of these all around you? They're in a way a substitute for the original Pinky?
Yeah.
So which one of the cuddly ones would you say you're most fond of now?
This one back here, I named it Pinky Bunny number 2.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised. And which other ones have names?
This one? His
Who's
name's
he?
Brian. After Brian Ferry, because I got him on the ferry on the way back from France.
Lovely. And any other favourites?
This one's Digger.
Digger's here. And we've got what looks like a muff here. Oh, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And amongst the ornaments, which would you say are your favourites there?
This one down here, the shell one.
Who gave you that one?
My brother Ollie, when he came back from France. So he went on his own, and he just brought me back
That was
a
a
present.
souvenir?
Yeah.
You've got them made of all sorts of different things. There's some very pretty crystal glass ones down there.
Yes, I got the one that isn't on a gem, from Tintagel.
Where have you got some of the other ones from? I imagine a lot of them are birthday and Christmas presents, are they?
Yeah, most of them. I got that one reading the book from my mum, because when she was little she had it, and she gave it to me when I was about 9, I think.
Well, it's obviously a collection that's continuing to grow and grow, and as this is a special magic edition of Collector's Lot, I'm going to weave a little bit of magic of my own this afternoon. So, abracadabra, and let's see what we have here in our hat. We have a present for you here. It's Pendelphin, which I'm sure a lot of people watching will recognise, and I hope that it's a nice addition for your collection. There we are,
Thank you very
Amy,
much.
a star collector. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, that's it from our magical collecting extravaganza. I think I've rabbited on quite long enough. There's just time for me to thank my guests, Miss Amy Pope and all her fluffy friends, Mr. Martin Kinch and his spellbinding wizard collection, and last but not least, you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And now it's time for us to disappear.
And it's 15 to 1 that pops out of the hat next here on 4.
They have driven a wedge between the king and his people. And then they put out a talk. Force is the only power in England now. We must take action. Charles Stuart as tyrant, traitor, murderer shall be put to death.
A contemporary take on the English Civil War, Sunday 7:30 on 4.
The Parthenon, the temple of the great goddess Pallas Athena. Inspired by the harmony of its proportions and the refinement of its structure, Greek master goldsmith Stergios Vassilou has created a piece of jewelry worthy of a goddess. The Pallas Athena ring, exclusively available from the Art Gallery. A classical dream transformed into reality, breathtaking in its beauty. With dazzling diamonds set in 18-karat white gold, this is a ring of perfect design, as eternal as the treasures of ancient Greece. Call 0800 597 1602 now for a free information pack giving details of how to examine this wonderful ring in your own home for 14 days without risk. The Pallas Athena ring can be yours for an exceptional price and comes with a guarantee of authenticity from a laboratory of precious stones. Remember, there's no obligation, so to find out more about the Pallas Athena ring, call the Art Gallery now on 0800 597 1602.
Using spades and forks can be back-breaking. The garden claw virtually eliminates bending and lifting. Turn the handle, and the steel prongs corkscrew into all soils, even my heavy clay. Cultivating and weeding can be done faster with little effort. Also available, the Garden Claw Gold. The height's adjustable for the taller or shorter gardener. And there's the Mini Claw, perfect for tubs and container gardens. Look for the blue and yellow box. The Garden Claw is available at Homebase, Focus Do It All, Robert Dias and B&Q.
So you all right with that, John?
Oh, yeah.
You off to the drinks machine, Marion?
Yeah, coffee time.
Well, hop on my back. I'll give you a ride.
Right.
You see, at AA Insurance, we do the legwork. We search our list of leading insurance companies for our customers so they don't have to.
Thanks, Leo.
Enjoy your coffee, Marion. Getting customers good deals on their home insurance is my caffeine.
AA Insurance, 0800 444 777.
The police can't stop us, who can, you know? Name someone who can. Well, Mr. Tony Blair's not going to come up and say about you can't dig it, is he?
We certainly can't let this situation continue.
So you really think it's in his best interests to take him away?
What decisions would you like to see made at this review to stay at home with my mum? If you're not coming to review, please explain why.
Because you lot don't listen. I hate you. I don't want to see you ever again.
The Pull of the Tower. Will you see it before it falls? A 900-year-old monument to bad engineering or to genius. A tourist magnet for centuries. Its very survival defies all criticism. And the object of the centuries' struggle is to take the lean out of the tower. To save it is the greatest prize in civil engineering. Can a British engineer solve the riddle of the leaning tower? Equinox, Monday at 9 on 4.